And welcome to the Nasboys podcast. I'm your host, Mike, a.k.a. Mike Bob Fan 101, with my good friend and co-host, Cam, a.k.a. Noticed_Cam.
Howdy, y'all.
So today we are going to be recapping the weekend at Autoclub. Overall, this was a pretty good weekend. We're going to start off with the Xfinity Race. It was a fairly interesting race, I would say. The cars were running really well, usual Auto Club things. Cole Custer got the win. So that was unexpected because I know a lot of people were calling Custer a leech, but in my eyes, he wasn't as bad as like Kyle Busch. Like, yeah, you could consider him a leech, but it's not like he raced there a lot. And I think that was like the first time he had won an Xfinity race since he came to Cup. But anyways, congratulations to Cole Custer. Josh Berry was really driving aggressively. Like, I like aggressive driving usually, but he fenced two people. He fenced Austin Hill and his teammate Justin Allgaier. So that's not a very smart move. And he didn't just do a bump and run. Like, he genuinely fenced them. So not a good look for Josh Berry, and he might need to get some karma. And Anthony Alfredo, he really impressed me. He got a nice pit stop and then moved up 8 spots and nearly won the race, but just couldn't hold it on the bottom. So
I think both lanes got pretty good restart.
Good push by the 7.
Pushing by the 7.
Is he going to stay with him? Staying with him. He's got a great push. He's got position. He's underneath that speedy dry. Looks like the 07's going to get a good run off top here, though.
Custer's been incredible.
He's got to get up. Oh, there's a split down the center. It happened again.
Gregson gets by in that outside lane. Does he have anything for Cole Custer? And remember, once we get the white flag, the next flag would end the race, whether it be the caution or they get back to the checkers.
Coming to the white this time here, white flag.
2 miles left for Cole Custer.
Coles has such a superior car today, and he's done a great job. He's very patient early in the race, put himself in position, and then executed these late race restarts, which can be very challenging.
A.J. Allmendinger trying to get back to the top 5. Dominating performance for the 07 today.
Yeah, great job by Cole Custer. That whole group really gave him a super fast car and was able to get that Ford Mustang in victory lane. So great job by them.
California kid Cole Custer wins in Fontana.
So that was a shame for him. He's right where he belongs in the Xfinity Series. Cam, what did you think of it?
I only watched a little bit of it, but I watched more of the end, and I thought it was a good race. I mean, from what I could see, the ending was actually pretty packed, which just like I was actually pretty excited. I was like into it, Good for Cole Custer. I like him. He's a nice guy. I don't really have problems with him. I don't think he's ever been like one of those people that just start things to start things. So, good for him.
Right, exactly. So now let's take a look at what you guys have to say. 2 of you said great. 2 of you said good. 1 of you said man/okay, and none of you said bad. Henry 24257 says, didn't see it, but a team got their first win, 7 out of 10. Yes, SS Greenlight Racing got the first win for their organization after the alliance with Stuart Haas, which is why Custer was driving, if you guys were confused by that.
Congrats.
Oh, yeah, another driver that was impressing me as I was looking at the driver of the day, Trevor Bain. He was a guy that I was expecting to not do as good in the equipment that he was driving, but he did really good. He won a stage, and he could have even made a case to win the race until Cole Custer made that surge. So he definitely impressed me a lot. I could see him getting a win this season, and he is a part of the tie with Cole Custer. I'm personally going to give it to Cole Custer. I think he dominated more than Bain, but Bain should be in consideration.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Custard too.
All right, so now let's talk about the Cup race. Cup race was really, really good for Auto Club standards. Not saying Auto Club is a bad track, but it's not as good as some of the other tracks, in my opinion, until yesterday. We saw a lot of 5-wide racing. The next-gen cars really handled the track well, and I think that this could really be a case to not tear it down and make it into a short track like what they were saying they were going to do earlier. Tyler Redick, he really impressed me. He led, I believe, 74 laps or so, but unfortunately he had the flat left rear tire right at the end, and that really took him out of contention and I believe sent him to the garage, as well as William Byron slamming right into him like an idiot.
What has happened to Tyler Redick? Jamie.
He just radioed to his team. I got a vibration. He's saying it's a right rear flat. His team getting up on the wall. Trouble for our leader here as he drops back.
He just got hit.
He hits the wall, guys.
And William Byron is involved.
So overall, very tough day for Redick. Kyle Larson winning the race yet again. Nothing new there. Like we were talking about last year, he was winning a lot, but I'm going to be honest, I didn't think he'd win the second race of the season, but I guess I was wrong. Congratulations to Larson. We saw Daniel Suarez. He nearly won the race as well. He had a great move, but unfortunately he gave Larson his line, and Larson completely dominated using that line. And Joey Logano, my favorite driver, he couldn't hold it. So that was very unfortunate. But overall, the race was really good. But the main topic from the race was Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott's little incident, which we will get into in a little bit. Cam, what did you think of the race?
Yeah, I felt bad for Daniel Suarez. He's one of those guys that, you don't really see win often or up in the front, a lot, especially at a track like that. It was kind of shocking. I was a little surprised. And, you're right on what you said, Mike, that, Auto Club hasn't had the best races there. They're kind of sometimes a snooze fest. It's either a hit or miss. But I don't know, I'm still 50-50 on if I think they should take the track down or not. I'm not really sure. It's 50-50 with me. I thought the race was pretty good though. I wasn't really bored with it at all. Oh crap, I know I was gonna say, oh yeah, Larson and Elliott, man. Listen, I know we're gonna get into it a little bit more, but let me just say, all those Elliott fans that are mad, it's just glorious. So happy. Larson winning. I already said I thought he was gonna have another dominating season. I think I said this in the beginning of the season, and I still think it. He's just not gonna stop, in my opinion.
Yeah, especially on tracks like Auto Club, where that's really his specialty. I think he's going to get maybe less wins this season than he had, but I still think he's going to have a really dominating season. But let's get into your thoughts. 9 of you said great, 6 of you said good, 4 of you said meh/okay, and 2 of you said bad.
What?
I know, right? All right. Savage NASCAR Christian, he's not here tonight, but he still wrote in some thoughts. He says, from what clips I've seen, definitely some great passing and more interesting than the last couple of years. I agree with you, Christian. LJ Toledo _ says, Jones, Redick, Suarez deserve the win. Yeah, Eric Jones was definitely very impressive in that race. Suarez, he came later on in the race, and Tyler Redick, like I mentioned earlier, was very, very impressive. Jonas _stuff _ says, crashes ruin the strategy factor of the race. I mean, I could sort of see where he's talking about, because there were a lot more cautions than there were in years past, because we saw a lot of drivers having trouble on the corners, specifically 4. There was like 5 or 6 drivers who had spun out, including Bubba Wallace.
Yes, turn 2. Bubba Wallace. And there were 4 cars right behind him.
Hold the brake, hold the brake, hold the brake.
Everybody getting by without incident.
You're going to roll back down the hill. Got 2 more coming.
Looks like he got
Ross Chastain.
Hurry to get back to the garage area to help his team.
And we got another 2 cars spinning. There's a car that's made heavy contact with the outside wall in turn 4. That is Ross Chastain. Further back, Chris Buescher spins as well. All of this over in turns 3 and 4. Ross Chastain has torn the front end off that race car with significant contact, and Chastain will come to a stop about the same spot Kevin Harvick did. But further back at the entrance to turn 3, Chris Buescher went for a spin as well. So a rather halting start to practice here in practice 1, first time in 2 years.
All right, crew chief.
Chase Elliott, just people like that had spun out. And NASCAR had this stupid rule, which if you had put your car in the garage, you can't make a qualifying run, which is really, really stupid to me. I think that, you know, most of the cars should deserve a qualifying run unless they're doing something illegal, because, you know, you can't really control it, especially when all the drivers are trying to get used to the new car and they've only raced it like 3 times. So that's a dumb rule by NASCAR right there.
Agreed.
Davis Hayes 2006 says, one word, unpredictable. Definitely.
Oh, definitely.
Henry 24257 says, lots of good racing and final 4 laps were wild. 8 out of 10. Can't wait for tracks like Vegas and Charlotte. Yeah, I think that this track is really going to make those tracks better. Vegas was pretty good last year, which is where we're heading to next week, or not next week, excuse me, this week. And Charlotte, that was kind of a snoozer last year for the Coke 600. So I hope that this race will be much better at Charlotte, the oval. I know the Roval is pretty cool. All right, driver of the day, Daniel Suarez got the most votes. I personally would give it to Tyler Redick.
I'm going to go Suarez.
Now, I don't want to do this like every week, but since there's been a lot of clown moments, I am going to mention 2 clowns of the week. One clown of the week is Josh Berry for turning his teammates, or his teammate, and also Austin Hill. And the big clown of the week is William Byron for slamming into Redick.
Yeah, I like to say that. Also, it's also kind of funny because I could tell Mike almost said Bubba Wallace.
No,
because I heard the butt. And I was like, I didn't. Well, then again, you said the Byron. But you know what? Listen, I will say he's like the official clown of NASCAR, Bubba Wallace. I just highly despise him. I could care less about whatever controversial crap he has. He's just a complete jerk, and he sucks at racing.
That's a hot take, even though I appreciated that he dumped Brad Keselowski.
2, Keselowski, and more. I think is that Wallace in it?
Couple 2 guys, we might be done here.
Oh,
Karma. All right, so now let's talk about the Larson and Elliott drama. Here it is if you haven't seen it. In my opinion, it wasn't really too bad at first. I thought Larson was being dirty because Larson's been kind of rough the last couple of races. Like, we saw him having an incident with Justin Haley, and then he got into Kevin Harvick, got him loose, and then took himself out of the race along with Harvick and Noah Gragson.
Partner, he went down, chose to go down and blocked it.
whoa! Spinning around and into the fence goes Harvick, and it's a 7-car jam session.
Eric Jones is in it. Noah Gregson's in it.
Dang it. Chase Elliott.
And now this. So I was wondering, like, did Larson change his driving style from clean to dirty? But then his spotter, Tyler Mon, which shout out to this guy, he said that he's taking full responsibility for it and that he was focusing on Joey Logano instead of Chase Elliott, which is completely understandable, even though Larson should look more in his mirror unless Elliott was in the blind spot. So I'm not entirely sure on that, but I think I'm going to be on Larson's side for this one because, you know, mistakes happen. I don't think it's that bad. The Chase Elliott fans just get mad over everything, even though Chase Elliott has made stupid mistakes too. just as much as every other NASCAR driver.
Yeah, I'm on Larson's side. I will say though that I think we've all noticed that Larson, he's always been a really aggressive driver. You know, I've noticed this anyways. I always thought this, that he's aggressive with his moves, and I think sometimes it gets him into trouble, in my opinion.
Right.
Which some people will disagree with me. I'm sure of that. Some people will say he drives pretty clean, but I think he's a little aggressive, and
right.
There's nothing wrong with that. My favorite driver is aggressive as heck. So, you know, I'm no hating him there. I do think he was in the right though, because if you look at it, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it was his fault. I think it was just a pure accident, a racing incident. And, you know, I think if anything, nobody should be upset at anybody, and they should just move on. But, you know, some people's fans just can't get over anything.
Chase Elliott.
I mean, Chase Elliott's fans.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Cam. But, you know, talking about how Larson races aggressive, I don't think he's on the level of like a Logano or a Gregson, but he does have his aggressive moments. Like we saw last year, he dumped Ryan Blaney at Kansas. That was really stupid. And like the incidents I mentioned earlier. So he does have that aggressive side, but for the most part, I think he's been pretty clean unless he's going to change that. So now let's take a look at your guys' opinions. So we did a poll. 8 of you voted for Larson and 2 of you voted for Elliott. Let's see. We got You Call Dr. Jones 28 says, I'm a Larson fan, but after he won it, it just felt weird winning. Like that was definitely on but a Larson and the spotter. Yes. Common Matt W. Davis Hayes 2006 says late block, nothing more. Yeah. Shazan Rana 24 says, I don't know the last part of his name because it cut out. He says, blown way out of proportion. It was a stupid move by Larson, but doesn't need this much. I completely agree with you. So, yeah, that's going to do the race thoughts. So now let's talk about the meme of the week. This is a new trend that we've started on the podcast. We actually have 2 because we were somewhat afraid that people were going to call us biased. The first meme of the week is Joey Logano calling Matt Kenseth a prick.
Voice you probably never thought you'd hear on the radio. This is Matt Kenseth up in the Fox Sports booth. How's it going?
What's up, Fred?
So basically the context behind that one is 2016 Martinsville or 2015 Martinsville, one of the two. Matt Kenseth dumped Joey Logano famously, and I'm still salty about that to this day.
And Kenseth cleared by Logano. Maybe no. Kenseth takes him out. Logano into the wall. Caution comes out and the crowd roars.
Joey Logano, he had to go on the radio because he was broadcasting and they were going to interview Joey Logano, and Joey Logano made a joke out of it, which salute to Joey Logano for being cool enough to do that. And the second meme is this one.
Now, good luck, everybody else.
Which, for the context, is when Larson blocked Elliott. And due to the fact of me and Cam loving that Family Guy meme, that is why.
Amen.
All right, so now let's get into something that we have not done in a while, the top 10. Since we've pretty much done all of the tracks in NASCAR, we decided we're going to do so, or Christian decided, to do something a little different. Top 10 moments at Rockingham. So coming in at number 10 is Matt Kenseth moves Tony Stewart on the final lap for his first ever Xfinity win in 1998. Here's the clip.
The lap car backed off and let Matt Kenseth to the inside of the racetrack.
Stewart's a little quicker down the straightaway route, so handling a little bit better. That may be the difference. If we can get under him off one of these corners, he might be able to get him, but it's going to be awfully hard to do.
2 young lines. Yeah, really, right now, one mistake, and you're back in second place to Tony Stewart.
I saw a commercial the other day for Pontiac said wider's better. I think it's going to pay off today.
Here comes Kenseth.
Here he comes to the inside, looking for the lead. 2 to go. Stewart's got a little bit more straightaway speed.
And he's cutting him off just a little bit.
But that won't work. Cut under him, Ronnie. Cut under him. Come on, coming up on lap traffic. This is for the lead. Come on.
There's your first donut on Tony Stewart. You can see that 17 there fighting very, very hard. Kansas on the inside.
Oh, he got the lap traffic's going to put him back.
Grubb on the low side. White flag. This time, Tony Stewart over the stripe. Less than a lap to go into one.
Boy, that's a shame. That lap traffic was the difference. Joe Gibbs taking a look. Stewart with a 2-car length advantage down the back straightaway. The IRL champion, his 16th career World Grand National start. Just joined this team a year ago. This could be his first win.
Look at this. He gives him a little assistance
He got him. He got him. To the inside. He's going to get him. He's going to get him. Matt Jensen wins it. He got him. Straightaway. He got him.
So Kenseth got to Tony Stewart's bumper with less than 5 laps to go. On the last lap, Kenseth gave a tap to Stewart's rear bumper as they exited turn 4, sending Stewart up the track and allowing Kenseth to get beside him. It was a drag race from there, with Kenseth beating Stewart by a car length. The facts for this race were that he was driving an unsponsored number 17 car, and this was Kenseth's first win, like I mentioned, in the Xfinity Series, and it was the 50th birthday of NASCAR.
Wow. At number 9, Johnny Benson Jr. holds off Mark Martin in 2002. Roll the clip.
Around Johnny. Coming to 2 laps to go. Will the fuel hold up for both of these drivers? Who will win?
Here you go, pal. Get all you get.
Johnny Benson in his 226th Winston Cup start, seeking victory number 1. Mark Martin looking for his 34th career win and a gain in the championship. He's right on the bumper as they come to the white flag.
And Benson's teammate, Kenny Schrader, is out of fuel on the apron.
White flag is up. Final lap at Rockingham. Fuel and the checkered flag. How's it going to play out? Benson protects the bottom in 1 and 2. Here comes Mark on the charge. So far, so good on fuel. Final corners ahead. Martin diving down low. One final charge off the last corner. It's not going to be enough. Johnny Benson is a NASCAR Winston Cup winner.
In his 226th career start, Johnny Benson finally got his long-awaited win, holding off Mark Martin in a classic battle in the 2002 Pop Secret Microwave Oven 400.
Okay, in at number 8 is Richard Petty ending his 43 winless streak. Race winless streak. Here's the clip.
Going around Churchill Downs, right down on the bottom of the inside rail, as low as you can go on this racetrack and still use the banking. Elliott has almost got to make a move coming out of the 4th turn this time. He almost has to do something this time around.
The white flag will be coming out as Harold Kenders shows the white flag to Bill Elliott and Richard Petty. This is the final lap at Rockingham, less than a mile to go. Richard Petty is the leader, Bill Elliott right behind him. They're out of the 2nd turn now down the backstretch. Bill Elliott is going to have to make his move. There is a lot of traffic ahead of them as they go into the 3rd and 4th turns now. Here they come toward the 4th turn and the start-finish line coming up. Bill Elliott will make one desperate attempt as he goes to the inside. Richard Petty holds him off, and Richard Petty picks up a victory at Rockingham, North Carolina Motor Speedway, his first since 1981, and the crowd celebrates with King Richard. It's been a long time since he was in victory lane, and ESPN has brought you his victory live this afternoon. Bill Elliott finishes in 2nd place and a great win for a great 2nd place for him, and that is Richard Petty's 196th win.
Sorry, I'm having brain fart tonight. So basically, he edged out Bill Elliott by a car length for the win in the 1983 Carolina 500, and he was moved into contention late when leaders Cale Yarborough and Neil Bonnet had crashed.
Goes side by side with Yarborough, and a slower car ahead of them, and Neil sideways, and both cars are spinning. Yarborough hitting the wall, so is Neil Bonnet. Richard Petty and Bill Elliott make it by, but Yarborough and Neil spotted, has collided and hit the wall in turn number 1, the badly battered rear end of the Cale Yarborough car as he tries to limp toward the pit area. That car is badly damaged. What a development as Neil just got too low on the first turn, it looked like.
And at number 7, Bobby Allison spins coming out of pits, giving Darrell Waltrip the win in 1982.
Lap 275, Bobby Allison, who at one point was a lap down, took the lead and pretty well dominated the last half of the event, fending off challenges by Neil Bonnet and Dale Earnhardt, both of whom later had engine trouble. Then it was Allison's number 88 and Waltrip's number 11 head-to-head. But on the final pit stop, Allison pushes too hard and spins coming off pit road. That costly error was all that Waltrip needed to log his 12th victory of the 1982 season.
You know, there was no breathing room all day long until the very end, and that's just circumstances, you know. We figured we had to beat Bobby, and the way it turned out, we were kind of coasted home. He had a little bad luck down there, and we were able to take advantage of it.
Battling for top spot in points and in the race, Bobby Allison spun coming off the pit road with 42 laps to go, giving Darrell Waltrip his 12th win of the 1982 season. Allison, who led the most laps that day, finished second, and he was 37 points behind heading into the final 2 races of the season. Oh man, you know what? I'm just gonna keep going. Darrell ended up winning the title by 72 points.
In at number 6 is Dale Earnhardt Sr. moves Bobby Hamilton out of the way in 1996. Here's the clip.
The lead lap. All 4 of those cars battling for the lead right now in the late stages here in Rockingham.
Look at Earnhardt right up under him right now. Now that'll loosen you.
Whoa!
I guess.
That'll loosen you up. Hamilton into the wall.
Boy, he was lucky to save that car. Wow.
My goodness, Dale Earnhardt hangs to the lead now at lap
right rear pretty hard.
4. Right rear, you hear Earnhardt, the race leader. Dale Jarrett, Ricky Craven, Ricky Rudd, Steve Gresham, Kenny Wallace, Sterling Marlin. That's the 7, and Bobby Hillin spins. Bobby Hillin spins. And now is he going to be able to get the car going off the apron of the racetrack? He is inside of turn 2. No caution flag yet. Dale Earnhardt, the race leader, is in turn 3.
Bobby Hamilton has just pitted. No caution yet.
And now it is out. Now it is out, and it has been taken by the leader, Dale Earnhardt. Caution is being displayed at lap 390. Now the question is, can they get this race restarted? We're just 3 laps from the finish. Remember, you've got to get Hillen away, and there he comes down the back pit lane. You would be looking at a green, white, and checker if they can get it done quickly, but I believe we're going to run out of laps. There aren't going to be enough laps to end under caution. Of course, the ongoing question, you hate to see it. Would anybody have caught Earnhardt anyway? I kind of doubt it, but you'd like to have seen him get a chance. Checkered flag in the air for Dale Earnhardt. And the GM Goodwrench Racing Team winning the Goodwrench Service 400. And old Bobby Hamilton is going to champion on a round for a...
So in the closing laps of the 1996 Goodwrench 500, how convenient. Dale Earnhardt moved Bobby Hamilton out of the way, which resulted in a flat tire for the 43. Dale ended up winning under caution, and many weren't too happy by the Intimidator's move. Boo-hoo.
At number 5 is Bobby Allison slip at the Carolina 500.
What happened to Bobby was, I think he just thought that he had passed the car, and he pulled up on him, and maybe the car had gotten off the turn a little bit better than he did. You got to be very aware of that you're not cutting the guy too short, because some guys just won't lift and let you go, you know, and some of them will kind of hold you tight.
Everybody is anxious, and on a restart from a caution, you have all the cars bunched up, and if one car makes one slight error, then it causes something that happened to Allison.
Allison tumbled down the backstretch multiple times in this crazy wreck. He ended up going to the hospital for observation but wasn't injured. Crazy back.
In at number 4 is the leaders take each other out with 2 to go, giving Jamie McMurray the victory in 2002 in the Xfinity race.
Waltrip pressuring Jeff Green. McMurray there in case either one of them slip. Biffle not far behind. White flag when they come back. Waltrip looking to the inside. Got the fender to the inside of Jeff Green. Oh, contact. Waltrip hits Green. Here comes McMurray through. White flag is up. No caution yet. One more lap. McMurray could make it back-to-back wins. Would you believe?
Yes, Cam. I know Michael can't believe in that.
Talk about when things are all going your way for Jamie McMurray. Picks up a Winston Cup ride, gets his first Winston Cup win, gets his first Busch Series win. Now he's going to get another victory. Off of turn number 4 with a checkered flag, Jamie McMurray with back-to-back victories.
So with 2 laps to go, Michael Waltrip had took himself out, of course, and Jeff Green was battling, and while they were battling for the lead, giving the win to Jamie McMurray. It was Jamie McMurray's second win in a row. Crazy.
And at number 3, Benny Parsons captures 1973 championship. Roll the clip. Points leader Benny Parsons was involved in an earlier crash in the 1973 American 500, and if he didn't continue, he could have lost the title. With help from several teams, Parsons remarkably got back on the track and finished 28th, which was enough to capture the Winston Cup title.
In at number 2 is Steve Park winning a week after Dale Earnhardt's passing. Here's the clip.
Park went low to block. Labonte's going to try the high side.
He's going to get a whale of a run off the corner. Now he's got to figure out, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Which way am I going to go? I'm going to go
down.
Under.
And Park slips up. Labonte on the bottom. Here he comes. It's going to be 2 laps to go.
Now the hard part for Bobby is to get off the corner with Park to his outside. He needs the whole racetrack to be able to make the pass.
Opposite from 3 and 4. Labonte goes to the high side. Park to the bottom side.
Park's not going to get. He's not going to get him. He's not going to give him room off that corner. Although he's pulled down a little bit. Here we go.
He runs him all the way up to the wall in turn 3 and 4. They'll be coming for the white flag.
Here we go. Oh, he wiggled.
Labonte gets loose.
1 lap to go. This is it.
Park wiggled and got into Labonte. He's going to make a run on the outside right here. Come on, buddy.
Steve Park trying for his second Winston Cup win.
Got to run. He's got to run down the inside. Park blocks him a little bit.
Couldn't block him.
All right, Bobby's off early. He's off early. He's going to gas him hard, and here they're going to come to the line. It's going to be a photo finish.
Park has the run off the high side. He clears the body, and Steve Park scores the second straight win for Earnhardt Incorporated and the second win of his career.
Man, what a great finish.
This is one of the more underrated moments in NASCAR, in my opinion. He was driving the number 1, of course, the Shell Pennzoil car, or the Pennzoil car. He held off Bobby Labonte to capture his second career win after Dale Sr. had passed away. And I remember I watched an interview with Steve, and he had said that he felt Dale's presence and heard his voice saying, "Suck it up, boy. Go win this damn race." So that's really cool.
That is cool. And lastly, Matt Kenseth edges Kasey Kahne in final cup race at the track in 2004.
It's time. 1 to go, boys.
All right, somebody's got to go different. Can't all go the same way.
Kenseth went low in 1. Changes lanes. Here comes Kahne on the outside.
Just can't quite mat it right there off of turn 2.
McMurray almost hit the wall exiting 2 and drops back.
Yeah, he lost a lot of ground right there. Last time through 3 and 4, though.
Here they
Kahne goes to the bottom.
Kahne comes to the bottom.
He gets a run. He's got a good run on him.
Side by side of the line. Kenseth.
The final Cup Series race at the Rock was the 2004 Subway 400. It was an all-time classic and considered one of the greatest at the track. Matt Kenseth nosed rookie Kasey Kahne by 0.01 seconds in a thrilling finish. This race is also known for Carl Long's flip on the backstretch.
Track is getting tighter. Big track.
Holy cow, the car upside down on the back straightaway.
Carl Long has crashed hard and collected Bobby Labonte in the process.
Man.
All right, so that's going to conclude the top 10. Now let's get into the picks for this weekend's race at Las Vegas. Starting off with the Truck Series, I'm going to go ahead and say John Hunter Nemechek wins this race.
Dang. Well, I'm going to do the same. It was cheesy. I got him too. I was hoping Michael was going to pick someone else.
Next up, we got the Xfinity Series. I'm going to go ahead and be biased here for about the second time this season or third time this season, and I'm going to go with Justin Allgaier.
I'm going to go Gregson.
Gregson, not a bad pick. And finally, the Cup Series. I was just biased a minute ago picking my favorite Xfinity driver, but now I'm going to pick my least favorite driver in all of NASCAR. I'm going with Denny Hamlin.
Ooh, good one. I'm going Larson again.
That's a good pick. I almost picked him.
I think he's going to get it again.
Very interesting pick. He won here last year in the spring, so maybe he can repeat it. But with that, that will conclude this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure you guys follow our socials and join the Nasboys Fantasy League. We will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Peace.
You want me calling now, you wanted what I think.